Hey there folks, this is Mr. MegaManFan and I'm about to take you on my journey through insanity for January 15th, 2022. Yeah, I spent a little more than I planned to today and probably a little more than was sensible, but I saw a whole bunch of things that I wanted at Pop Culture Exchange and one thing I wanted at GameStop, starting with Star Trek Tactical Assault. This one cost me $19.99, as you can see, and it is complete UMD manual case, the whole enchilada. Now, according to price charting, the average for this one complete is $25.45, going as high as $34 and as low as $16.95. So I came out a little ahead on this one, in my opinion. Next up out of the bag, we have another PSP game, Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast. This was the heavy hitter of the bunch, as you can see, $34.99, complete with everything. Once again, though, that comes in ahead of the price charting average of $36.65, with a low of $31 and a high of $48. So I feel like I got this one for a reasonable price as well. Pop Culture Exchange tends to come in at or under the average on price charting. Here's X-Men Legends 2. Another game for PSP that is complete in the case. This one I probably overspent on at $19.99 because the price charting average is $16.99, although some copies complete go for as high as $24.99. So I don't feel like I got robbed. I just chalked it up to averaging out. A couple under, one over. I think I still came out pretty well on the whole. So let's pull out the next game and take a look at what I got, which is Spider-Man 2 complete, and not the Player's Choice Edition, the regular edition. According to price charting, the average as of today is $16.24, so $15.99 seems right on the mark, especially one that's in really nice condition and doesn't have any greatest hits or Player's Choice label of any kind. I was very happy to find this one in this fashion. Now, let's move on to some non-PSP games. We've got a few unusual ones in here. Zoo Resort 3D. This intrigued me just because it was such a low price, and it's complete, and it starts with the letter Z, and I like games that start with Q, X, or Z. It's a quirk of mine. I just like filling those holes into my collection alphabetically. The price charting average is $9.65, so at $4.99 I came out well ahead on that one. We've also got Wreck-It Ralph, which is a game that I've had my eye on a couple of times, but had never found complete with the manual, and this time it was, so it was definitely worth picking up. I paid slightly over the price charting average at $6.99. It goes for $5.94, but because it had the manual and it even has the inserts in the back, it's got a Nesquik coupon and a Nintendo Players Club coupon, one that's probably been redeemed, and it wouldn't matter even if it hadn't because that service has expired, but I considered $6.99 to be worth it for a complete Wreck-It Ralph with all of the inserts, worth paying $1 extra for. Next up, we have Madden NFL 95 for $1.99. Rest in peace to the legend John Madden. The price spiked recently after his passing to $4, but this is still at the old price of $1.99, so well worth it at that price. We've also got another Game Gear game, if I can fish it out of the bag. It's Echo the Dolphin, and it doesn't have the greatest label that I have ever seen, but I feel like it was worth it just to pick it up while I was there, and we can consider that a discount for the condition because it normally goes for $6.89 loose. Now, you're about to hear some foul language, so I apologize in advance. Cover your ears if you don't want to hear my reaction when I open this copy of Battlezone. Oh, fuck. To my dismay, I realized that Pop Culture Exchange had forgotten to put the PSP game in the PSP case when I purchased it, and realized I was going to have to drive back to the store. And considering we got 4 to 6 inches of snow yesterday and the temperature had dropped to 10 degrees, Maybe not the best time to be going back to pop culture, but I did anyway. I called them. They had the game waiting for me when I got there. So, all's well that ends well. I finally got my complete copy of Battlezone for $9.99. Today's price charting average is $10.93 with copies going for as low as $6.29 and as high as $11.99. So I came out about a buck ahead and I feel like that was worth it. But I did go somewhere other than just pop culture. I also swung by ye old GameStop because once a month I have a $5 coupon to spend, and I usually find a game under $10 to spend it on, and that was certainly the case here. I got Bayonetta and Vanquish, a combo pack for Xbox One. Now, that's not to say I don't have other ways to play Bayonetta, including on the Wii U and the Wii, but to me, it was worth it for two games in one package, and it was under $10, and I had a $5 off coupon. First, let's see what it goes for on price charting. Well, this one dumbfounds me. The loose and the complete price are exactly the same, $17.98. And that is definitely not what I spent on it. Let me pull out the old GameStop receipt here, and let's see how much it cost. So with $5 off, that knocked it down from $8.97 to $3.97. Factor in tax, and it cost me $4.25. On price charting, the prices vary greatly. $15.99, $20, $25. It's all over the map here, so I think I came in under the complete price any way that you choose to slice it. I got a good deal. But how did I do on the whole? Let's add up the total for everything that I bought during this one day of mild insanity. We've got 5 PSP games. We've got 2 Nintendo 3DS games. We've got 2 Game Gear games and 1 Xbox One game. What was the grand damage for all 10 combined? According to price charting, if I had paid the current average full retail price for all of these games, it would have set me back $151.13. Actual retail price was less than that. I paid a total of $125.16 before tax, so a savings of nearly $25. I think I can live with a splurge for one day if it turns out that I saved $25, but obviously this isn't something I plan to do on a frequent basis, but one time for a group of PSP games that I didn't have that I had been looking for, and a few random things thrown in the mix, I felt it was worth taking the opportunity to do that. The biggest saving was on Bayonetta and Vanquish, but I feel like I did pretty well on the whole. No complaints here, even with me having to go back to pop culture to pick up Battlezone. They've hooked me up so many times in the past that one little faux pas like that, even in bad weather driving around, I'm not holding a grudge about it because pop culture is a great place to shop. I'm not sponsored by them, and that's not an endorsement. I just like the store, and I like Tom and Candy. Thanks for watching. See y'all later.